everybody, and welcome back to another Cracking Packs video. I am your host, MrBevers. Today we have a pre-release kit of Dominaria. That's right, the only one I didn't go out and play. I managed to get my LGS to hold on to this one for me, so that I could pick it up. They sold out, and had I known that, I would have told them to just use my kit from Friday night, since I wasn't going to be there for the midnight release, because I'm an old man now, to just... you give it to somebody to play if there was more people that wanted to play, so, you know. Alright, let's see. We got a blue die. Alright. Now we have a promo card. Oh, okay. I don't know if you guys can see that. That's a Siege Gang Commander. So let's look at our promo card, I guess, because since they face out. So we got our rare as a Siege Gang Commander, not a bad little rare, especially in limited. Did we get a double rare? I think we got a double rare. Yeah, that's Ariel, Knight of the Windgrace, or whatever have you. Yep, there's the little rare token right there. There it is. And you can't see it on this side because it's too opaque, but... Siege Gang Commander, as we all know, is a rare. So, sweet, a double rare pack. Okay. I'll hold on to that. I'm not going to open it. So, that can stay sealed. And then, of course, we've got 6 packs. So, I mean, knowing that, right, we have 2 rares. We have a red, double red, and we have a white-black. Now, Ariel is bonkers in limited. She is just very good. So you basically want to try and splash her into pretty much any deck that you play. She's just that good. Adventurous Impulse I found was very, very good as well in limited. Let's see. Navigator's Compass, also very good for your fixing, for sure. I would say, like, I like this over, like, what was the one from Ixalan? The Compass? The other Compass? I can't remember what it was called. But the one where you would, like, sack it, pay a land, tap it, sack it, go get a land, put it into your hand. Like, I find this better because it just turns your land. It doesn't go fetch a land, which is unfortunate, but it turns your land into a land of any color, basically, which is pretty awesome. Okay, we got our first set of uncommons here. Fungal Plots, so green, doesn't match any of those colors from those rares. And we have a Wizard's Lightning, which is a very good card for red. Standard Lightning Bolt for wizard decks, seems pretty good. And our rare is probably next. Oh, it's not a rare, okay. We got a Sanctum Spirit, which is just a very good card in general. So... it's a 3/2 lifelinker for 4, but you can discard a card and give it indestructible. And our first rare is a blue rare, of course. So now we have a rare that's red, a rare that's black-white, and a rare that is blue. This card is really, really good. Getting a 5/6 flyer for 4 mana seems pretty awesome. And the ability to get an artifact out on turn... like 1, 2, or 3 is fairly easy in this format. So there is that. So right now we're sort of like, we don't really, like, we can't really make a say as to which direction we're going with this kit at this moment in time. Because our rares are kind of all over the place. We haven't looked at the commons. I know the commons are a big player, a big factor in this. Amaranthine Wall. I haven't seen anybody play this in limited at all, so I don't know if it's even that good, to be honest. Weight of Memory. Draw 3 cards. Target player puts the top 3, so mill, I guess. And our rare? No? Okay. Giora's Familiar, which is actually a really good card for pretty much any deck that's running legendaries and or artifacts. Because your historic spells cost 1 less, and he's a 2/2 flyer for 4. Holy moly! All right, we got Traxos. This guy is really, really good in limited as well. Holy moly, a 7/7 that comes into a 7/7 trample that comes into play tapped, but he doesn't untap unless you play a historic spell. However, since all artifacts are historic and legendary creatures are also historic, you're guaranteed. Out of 6 packs, you're guaranteed to have 6 legendaries. Now, whether you can play them all, right? And in a pre-release kit, you technically have a legendary as well in here. Ours happened to be a rare, white, black. But you get a legendary in every pack. So you're guaranteed 6, 7 in a pre-release kit, and then artifacts, right? So Elfheim Druid, Board the Weatherlight. This card seems okay. The Weatherlight itself seems very good. Clifftop Retreat. Well, that lets us... This helps us with playing the plan of playing both our pre-release cards, red, white, and then we basically play black, white, splash red for the Siege Gang if we want. And, ooh, man, okay, so this guy is very, very good in Limited as well. 2/2 Double Striker. Why did I put the Traxos with the Jorah's Familiar? And why is the Jorah Familiar even in its own pile? Let's put our legendaries here, our uncommons here. I just need to, like, pack management and stack management is a thing that I need, for sure. All right. Okay. Wizard's Retort, Counterspell with Wizard deck. Memorial to Folly. Not a bad little card for a Reanimator deck. Seal Away is a very good enchantment. 2 mana cost flash. Exile a tapped creature. It's pretty good. Oh man, a foil Slimefoot. Man, this is the pre-release kit that I wish I had played because I love Slimefoot. Now, to be fair, we have no black or green rares, and we haven't looked... But, like, right now, our green... Well, we have Fungal Plots, which is very good for this deck. But Slimefoot, the Stowaway, is just a really good card. It's a 2/3 that for 4 mana you can make a Saproling, and then whenever a Saproling dies, deal a damage to each opponent and gain a life. Actually, this guy with Fungal Plots is pretty busted. So you make Saprolings with this guy for 4, and you drain for 1 for each guy, and then this is pay 2... Exile a creature card from your graveyard, create a 1/1 Saproling. Sack 2 Saprolings, draw a card, and gain 2 life. So this, if you had these 2 in play and you sack 2 Saprolings, you essentially gain 3 life, do 1 damage to your opponent, and draw 2 cards. Seems pretty good. Seems pretty good. And, oh wow, we hit a Mythic here. Okay, so we've got the Naru Maya, Master Wizard. So now this would make you want to lean toward blue-red probably to get into the Wizards. We do, of course, have the Wizard's Lightning and the Wizard's Retort to go with it, which is not a bad little play. So that's something we would have to like look at. We'd have to look at our commons afterwards and see if we have enough Wizards to make red-blue Wizards a thing. It's definitely something that's very good to look at. I mean, like Arcane Flight, like this is a staple of any blue deck in this format. This card is just really good. 1 mana, +1/+1 and flying. So there's another wizard. Draw some cards. Dauntless Bodyguard. Weight of Memory. Oh, geez. Our rare is the Antiquities War. So this is, look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may reveal an artifact card from among them, put it into your hand, and put the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. And that happens twice. And then artifacts you control become artifact creatures with base power and toughness 5/5 until end of turn. Very good, except not with Traxos. So there's that. Now we have 3 blue rares now. We got a foil Sergeant at Arms, which is not a bad little card. And we got a Garna, the Blood Flame. So red-black, human with flash. When it enters the battlefield, return to your hand all creature cards in your graveyard that were put there from graveyard this turn. I haven't seen that happen in any limited games. I have not seen that happen yet. Now, I have to imagine that someone's probably blown somebody out with that. Like they go board wipe and they go, I flash in this and I get all those guards back to my hand and then I play them all and they all have haste. And, you know, that seems like a dirty way of doing things. A second Wizard's Retort. So if we really want to look into our blue-red Wizards, probably. Settle the Score, very good removal spell. Exiling a creature for 4 mana is just very good to begin with. We all know Vraska's Contempt, right? Yeah, you gain 2 life, and yeah, it's instant speed, but it's a rare. This is an uncommon, that's why it's sorcery, and that's why you don't gain the life. However, if you have a Planeswalker, you get 2 loyalty counters. Who's complaining about that? Wild Onslaught seems like a weird card. It's very good for go-wide scenarios. This deck doesn't seem like it's going to be a go-wide scenario. And then we got a Marwyn, the Nurturer. So, we have a number of things to look at with this kit from an aspect of what would we build. Okay, Slimefoot, very good. You could probably build around Slimefoot with no problem. Now, you could go Slimefoot plus, you could go white, black, green if you really wanted, and splash in like the Ariel, and then basically play like white, black, green knights, right? So like you have, okay, so we have a Merfolk Wizard. We have, okay, so let's look at our red, blue and see if we have a decent, okay, so this is just a very good card for fixing. 2 Arcane, we have our Academy Drake and an Arcane Flight. There's a Wizard. That guy doesn't seem good for the red-blue Wizard deck, but he is red and blue. Divination doesn't seem great. Relic Runner seems fine. Fire Elemental doesn't seem great. Another Arcane Flight. Okay. It's not looking great for red-blue Wizards at the moment. In fact, we have, what, 2? I've seen 2. Shivan Fire is very good. There's another Wizard. Frenzied Rage is okay, but not really good for Wizards. Holy moly. We have a lot of red-blue cards, and none of them are Wizards. Alright, so, that being said, if you look at your red-blue Wizard deck, you would have Naru, which is 1, 2, 3, 4. You'd have 4 Wizards total, which is not nearly enough for like Wizards Lightning and Wizards Retort to give you the benefit. Now, that being said, 3 instant damage for 3 mana is still not horrible. It's a 1-for-1 exchange. It's not great, but it is instant speed. So, would you want to play... We didn't put any artifacts in there. What do we have for artifacts? We have just the one on... We have 2 uncommon artifacts. One is Jorah's Familiar and one is the Wall, which we don't really want. Do we have... Okay, we have a Short Sword and a Skittering Surveyor, a Power Stone Shard, and Glider, and a Compass. So, if you were going to play blue-red, you could throw in all the artifacts, take out some of the other jank stuff, and go with the Antiquities War, if you wanted to. And then, of course, you play the Jhin, because why not? Is very good in blue. That being said, I probably wouldn't play blue with this pool, personally. And the reason is because I think I like the way green, black, white looks better. Like, there's a Pegasus in here. There's this. There's removal. There's this guy. Spider's fine. He's not great. Call the Cavalry is fine. This guy seems fine. Gift of Growth is fine. This is fine. Broken Bond is very good. Dub is also very good. I don't think we would play 2 of these, but Ancient Animus is fine. And yeah, like I think I would probably end up playing green, white, black. Like probably green, white, splash black just for the Slimefoot, and then some of the removal. That's probably what I would do, because like the Vicious Offering is just a very good removal spell. Like the rest of our black doesn't look amazing in here. Yeah, like this is kind of meh. But you could definitely splash the black for Slimefoot as well as Ariel. We've got Settle the Score, which is very good. But that's our only black uncommon. So we would splash for this and Ariel and Slimefoot. I think that's what we would do, is we would splash for those probably. We would play Sergeant at Arms for sure. He's very good. Dauntless Bodyguard is okay. Fungal Plots, Steal Away. Jorah's Familiar. We might play the Board the Weatherlight, and the only reason I say we might play it is because we do have, for instance, we have Traxos, Quande, we have Marwyn, and we have Ariel. Plus, we're probably going to play the Skitterer and most likely the Navigator's Compass for fixing. So, like, you play the Short Sword probably too. So, like, this Board the Weatherlight, because it lets you look at the top 5 and reveal a historic card. Yeah, so historic is legendary, artifact, or saga, right? Yeah. So definitely worth it in my opinion. So like, I think we would end up playing green-white, splash black, to be honest. It's probably what we would do. I don't think the blue-red was strong enough to warrant going in that direction, even though we have like a pile of blue rares. And we wouldn't play the Clifftop Retreat, and we wouldn't play the so we'd end up only with 2 rares in our pool, and Marwyn might not even be that great in our pool, just because we probably don't have that many elves that we're going to play. Because let's see, how many elves do we have that we would play? 1? We have a single elf. Yeah, we have a single elf, so Marwyn's not even really that great. But she is just like, you know, a worse Lane of War elf than for us. You know, so she's not a turn 1 mana ramp, but at least she gives us mana if we need it, kind of thing. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. I've been your host, MrBevers. This has been a little bit of a deck tech and talk about a pre-release kit for Dominaria. Hopefully it helps you with some insight into your sealed plays, if you do any, or your sealed pools, I should say, if you do happen to play in any. Good luck out there, and thanks so much for watching. I've been your host, MrBevers, and as always, may your pulls ever be better.